And we're going live. Back yet again. We'll give it a few moments here and then we will go ahead and get started. We've got a lot to do and a lot to show you guys. I got up to a lot last night, kind of off stream while I was just hanging out. But we've made some good progress, but it seems like one step forward leads to about 100 million other things to do in this mod pack. So that's kind of where we're at with now some long-ass production line to get set up. Let me just try and plug this in. Man, I might need a new Mac charger for my laptop. Let's try the wall plug. 1 second here. It's like they're the two last things that I have in my old base are now the two things we need to move over. It's kind of where we stand on the progress. Yeah, fuck. It is not wanting to plug in. Just give me 1 second here. I should have figured this out before I pressed the go live button. I keep on pulling my charger out of the wall accidentally because it's like plugged in behind my office chair. And it has just been dropped a bunch of times now at this point, so it's really, really getting beat up. And it's not even that old. That's the sad part. It's just needs some love. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, I might need to throw in that quick order for a Mac charger. I want to know what part exactly it is. I have a feeling it's just the cable itself, not the actual wall brick. Let's see. Sorry, I did not mean to for this to take a moment here. Give me 1 second. Put this upside down. Alright, well this is incredibly annoying. Alright, let me order this quickly, just so it's dealt with. This is an M1. Yeah, this looks like it. Very annoying. At least it shall be dealt with and probably delivered by tomorrow, I'd assume. Beautiful. Oh, that's being insane. I might be able to even get today this MacBook charger. Gotta love Amazon. Alright, we're just gonna shut that down for the time being. That's beautiful. It could be even here before the stream ends, which is insane. Alright. Let's just go off where we kind of left off the last couple of times here. Yesterday we wrapped up stream and I believe we were in the process of working on this stuff. If I'm not mistaken, that's kind of where we were last before I called it yesterday. And good news is that this part is essentially done. I mean, there's a few more ores that might not have been pulled into the system just yet and processed, but we've processed all the important ones, and we were getting kind of the things we needed from it. I don't remember if that was where we were yesterday or not, because I did a lot of work on this in the evening. But our rock filtrators, that's what these guys are, right? Yeah. Rock filtrators are pulling in the geodes. Looks like we're almost caught up, except for the quartzite, which is not a big issue. I think quartzite is mainly earlier tier stuff. Everything else has almost been pulled in. We are then throwing it through macerators, and then through to kind of a wall of just the different ores. These ores were getting tossed into ore processing, and then this is what was kind of getting yielded out. The big ones that we need from this at the moment are manganese. This is what we're using to make stainless steel. Chromium is somewhere, I think it's either used to make lumium or stainless steel, one of the two. Sturgis quartz dust, which we had kind of been processing or making passively before. Now we are, sorry, one second. We had previously been kind of making it passively. Now we're making it passively at a much better rate, and this is used for a lot of AE2 stuff. So this and this are our big things. Chromium. Realgar is going to be still used here and there. Realgar, what were we using it for? Oh, arsenic dust, yeah. So it's important for arsenic dust, which is used to make stuff for our chips. The other ones, we're going to use this like when we want, or if we ever need more aluminum, for more aluminum. Throwing into an electrolyzer, which is beautiful. Sulfur, we have a lot of sulfur, it's fine. Then these other ones at the moment, like topaz, we can use to get aluminum, some other stuff. But other than that, like it's for aluminum gen, a lot of the stuff. And we're kind of at a point right now where aluminum gen is not like a huge issue for us. We're close to the end of MV. And I don't think like going forward it's going to be used in a lot of HV recipes anymore. So I was like, it's still good to have some of this looks like it might be. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be used here and there. But like we have probably enough to get us through. That's perfect. So I'm not too worried about making more aluminum at the moment. The big thing that we're still getting out of the rock filtrator that we need a ton of is the manganese and chromium. Thankfully, the manganese is, for one of these, we're getting 9 stainless steel. So we almost have enough manganese to probably get us through HV. Yeah, it's about 3,500 manganese. And the chromium we're using for... We're not making chromium ingots. Yeah, so we're using the chromium and the manganese for stainless steel. Interesting. I'm curious to know, though, chromium... Is this used for anything? HV emitters, interesting. So yeah, we will need chromium for laser engravers. I swear I made one of these already. Did I make an assembler? No. But we didn't use it in this weird. Okay. Anyways, that is our kind of general setup for our rock filtrator set up and what's going on here. These are working both at MV. We don't need HV because the macerator's are kind of the chokehold point. That's working. Are we not? All the rest is at 0. Oh, I guess this is the one that deals with all of them, right? Yeah. So that's fine. I'm not losing sleep over it. As long as we are always dealing with, I think it's well, obviously the Certus quartz and whatever one is giving us the manganese. As long as that's always being processed, I'm good. I'm happy. Don't know if I made this yesterday, but we made creosote because we were using it to do, I think, planning on making lubricant with it. And lubricant for drilling fluid, which is kind of what we're going to be looking to get into today. That's been there. Nothing else over here has really changed. Our bigger changes have been more so with the auto crafting, and not what we've built up, but what we can craft right now. As you can tell, we're pretty much through our first line of MV machines. At this point, I'm not going to bother adding more. We're probably going to start a second line for MV, but a lot of what we're adding today is actually going to be HV machines, starting to work towards. Then we also added our first multi-smelter. Right now, we're not using it for a ton. Like, a lot of our smelting is being done through blast smelting. As I said, there's some things that just don't work well with blast smelting, so this is a good replacement. And then also for when we make a dust and we want an ingot, I think this is, and it's not EBF, this is a good replacement way to do that. So right now, like, the only thing we have coming in is Invar. But I think there will be more to add to this over time. But the Invar ingots are kind of useful for auto-crafting this stuff, actually. And then what we added, so this EBF is full now. Our two most recent added additions are the stainless steel and lumium. Issue is with both of these, lumium takes 33 seconds with nitrogen, and stainless steel, where is it? Takes 36 seconds on MV, which is just not good. This is not good at all. We need to speed this up. We need the energy hatches for MV so we can overclock this to EV. However, this is where things start to get a little bit confusing. Before I get into that, let's go into what else we've done. So we have broken through to HV circuits. We've got all the patterns set up for polyethylene. If we go into here, we can craft polyethylene now, which is huge. That wasn't too bad, actually, just adding the recipes. We're not passively doing it. I don't think we needed to. Transistors, we're done. We're dependent on the polyethylene. This HV circuit, pretty much all good as well, and we've got them set up at AutoCraft, and that let us kind of push forward through to the automation age. I knocked out the first couple easy ones, so multi-smelter I just showed you guys. Got the HV circuit. I went to did the converter, which was dependent on the Lumium as well. The converter, and then we got the machine hull and the assembler as well. I was kind of looking at it as like, okay, we want to push towards this hatch as well. So I kind of followed that line going straight towards the hatch. However, it's a little bit of a, like, it doesn't hold your hand as much when you get to this point of the mod pack. There's not as much guidance as to what you need to be doing, because I was like, okay, we got here, I just have to do this dependency, and I'm seeing, okay, there's something dependent on this, and I'm looking, it's, oh, okay, the clean room. So really, this was a dependency for this. I'm like, all right, the clean room, we were going to have to do at some point. I start looking into it. For some reason, first off, this is like an advanced version. The lowest version is an advanced version. This is the base version. And then I see this. Oh, wait. This right here. It allows energy flow in one direction and limits amperage. So I don't completely understand if this is required. It's got to be the energy hatch, right? No, this is the diode. So I haven't, if this is required, we have an issue, because we would need these SMD diodes, and these SMD diodes then lead us to needing platinum. And platinum is where I was kind of leaning. This is what I just came across, and I was like, okay, if we need platinum, then we've got a lot of work to do. And that is because platinum ingots, we need to get platinum dust, which comes from, oh god, where did it come from? It was some sort of like platinum sludge, right? Yeah, platinum group sludge, I think is what it was. Let me just double check. It's in the processing lines. Yeah, platinum group sludge. So platinum dust comes from raw platinum powder, which comes from platinum sludge, which comes from sheldonite ore. And sheldonite ore itself comes from the void extractor processing of the extra fluids that get generated. It comes from this stuff, which we even have some of, if I'm not mistaken. I might be trashing it all. So yeah, this stuff is not the stuff we want. This is just processing some of it. Yeah, this stuff is not set up to run right now. We're going to have to rebuild this. But essentially, processing the void extractor stuff is how we get platinum. Whether or not that HV diode is required for a clean room is something I'm actually going to figure out right now. Because that really depends on whether we can, if we're focusing on the clean room today or if we're focusing on the HV diode. Let me figure this out quickly. Let's hope. Pretty busy in the Discord right now, so I'm just, hopefully we get a response. If not, I'll ask again in about 15 minutes, and we're gonna need, okay, it is optional. Okay, that's huge. We are still gonna need the platinum at some point, I believe, because every circuit component is more. These diodes are essentially a replacement to the other diodes, because we get 32 of them once we get the platinum unlocked. But for now, I think we want to press forward with I see. We can use flux or laser I/O to transfer power. So I assume the diode was what you used to bring power in and out. So we will use, I don't know if we're at flux yet. Is that, we're damn close. Oh, we are at flux technically. We're not a large chemical reactor yet, though. Not just yet. It's coming. I want to get stainless steel automated first, however. That's our big thing. And thankfully, the clean room, I don't know if we're going to need too much automation within the clean room right now. The one thing we want for the, no, we might. So I don't know how we'll get ME into the clean room, but for now that's not an issue. We can actually just push forward with the clean room, which is huge. In that case, I do have a lot of notes for us to kind of get working on it. We're going to want extruder mold to get the routers auto-crafted. We're going to do a lot of this auto-crafted because I feel like a lot of this is going to be needed. Item filters, we want to set that up for auto-crafting because all of this is already set up. And we need item filters as well for another part of it. So yeah, I'm feeling good about what we're going to work on then. Let me just take a moment here to get my thoughts organized and fill up my water. All right, it's funny. So earlier today, I was like curious because we're at MV now or HV-ish. I'm not fully there, but we're getting close. And I was like, okay, I wonder if what constitutes being at the mid game. Like, is HV considered main game, mid game? And I was kind of just searching in the Discord, and people were like, no, you're not mid game until you are. Where is it? We're looking for. Is that it? Fuck, it might even be the next one then. No, ZPM. Wherever the fuck ZPM starts, that's where they're like, okay, that's when you're at mid-game. And, okay, here's ZPM. So that's like midway through the next tier, and we just started this tier. And I've already realized that it's going to be hell just to get to the energy hatch. Again, energy hatch we want so we can then create some more EBFs that are going to be faster so we can make stainless steel faster. It's certainly required to help us get to our own processing lines and stuff for HV machines, sorry. Thoughts are all over the place today. Okay, with that said, let's just go ahead and get I was talking about making extruders and stuff yesterday for this. So we're going to go ahead and get an advanced extruder set up. I might make another 16 amp MV just so we can start another line of MV going this way. Just because we are starting to have some heavier recipes come in, and if we have a lot of these working at once, then that is night-night. For power, that too is something we're going to probably be getting. We're good on power right now, actually. But this HV upgrade is something we're going to get closer to as well today. The only thing that's holding us back is we need a fluid solidifier. an HV, and we have the stuff to kind of set that up. But for the time being, we're gonna not be making a ton of machines in HV until we have to, just because we need the stainless steel generation being a lot higher. So, with that said, we're gonna make an extruder to start. Also, super tanks are on my to-do list. For various reasons. Copper cables are out of again. I feel like we use a ton of these. Got more of those. Crafting up. And that's our machine hull. And a lot of this stuff going into HV, I am going to be automating. We need NV circuits. There's one. Let's make. We're always going to need more of these. Here's our advanced assembler. That was huge to make, and I had automated all of it to craft, so a lot of the base materials and like setup for it is going to be ready for other machines we make in HV. Excuse me. That's working. This is working. We got a lot of patterns. In the clean room, one of the first patterns I noticed was this zinc foil, which is going to be in a bender. This one. So we'll go ahead and automate that. Let's hope we still have room in a bender. Some of these only have 1 or 2 recipes in them, and then some of them we've almost filled up 2 of them. Like, we are probably almost done with our second bender. Yeah, getting there. There's zinc foil, and then that leaves. This was being used in this steel plate, so we can just throw that into a pattern provider. In our basement. Do we have our third one set up now? We do. We'll start putting more and more molecular assemblers down and stuff too as we go. I haven't auto-crafted that just yet. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, with these filter casings too, we need the steel rotors, hence we're using the extruder. How's this going? Oh, we're working, sweet. Once we have 1 more of those, we'll be good to go. So we got that auto-crafted, sweet. Iron bars are something we should probably auto-craft too, just so they're done. Do we still have space in a assembler? That's the question. We should. We do. While we're working away here, 16A. MV 16A, yeah, that's what we want. 16 of these, I think. MV 16A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. We'll need laser IO. We'll need 1 or 2 of those. We'll need the wrench. We have the wrench, and we'll need an energy card. Now we will have to. I think I'd already put down the HV converter over here. We're going to move it down the line a little bit. No, I hadn't yet. Okay, perfect. On to our second line of MV machines. I figured there's going to be a lot of these. And then we're going to go like this. And we don't even need one of those. Beautiful. And just throw our energy card in there. That's set. Awesome. And dig this hole out. This out. Perfect. I think it's going to be like right here. So over one. Actually, let's do one on the other side, I think. Just so things are a bit more compact. We got a lot of space, and we're only using, 1/8 of one of our blocks so far, so we got a lot of space to grow. Where the clean room's going to go, I have yet to decide. The first question is, can we even get ME stuff in there? I think the answer should be yes. Maybe. I don't know. We might need one clean room per machine, if that's how... I don't know. That's not a now issue. A now issue is getting our fluid, or our extruder. There's our extruder. And we're going to want a mold. And it's going to be like a rotor mold. Is it this one? I think so, but we're gonna... Or is it this one? This one goes in an extruder, well, meanwhile this one goes into a fluid solidifier. So it's definitely this one. Make 3 of those, because we might need more. We'll probably need more. Rotor. Okay. This and that. So we're going to be able to make steel, and stainless steel rotors are the... I think bronze were ones we've been making too. They're just like a nuisance to make. So this would be nice to have dealt with. So we're actually just going to go like that for now. The usual, connect that. And then I think I automated pattern providers last night too, which is going to be huge. Let's get 5 of those going. And I think everything in the pattern provider set up, with maybe the exception of crafting tables. No, I added crafting tables too. And everything should be passively made, so we could in theory make infinite number of these. We just want 1 for now. And then let's get the rotor. So we want stainless steel rotor and an extruder. And we want a steel rotor. I know we want bronze rotors too at some point too, but I'm not going to add those until I'm certain it was the bronze rotor. Steel rotor. Nope, not that one. Steel extruder. So let's go set this up. just going to take ME cable. Take this one out. And then one second. Okay, there we go. So stainless steel is good. What else did we need for just the clean room? Nothing else. So we should be able to go ahead and just clean room block. Yeah, we're going to be spamming patterns now. Now that I have all the resources to be making pattern providers and all this stuff, like, yeah, bye-bye. Everything to make one, everything to make one. Then, moving on, I know that we can skip these, so we're going to need these hatches. But for now, let's focus on the more difficult things. 75 of these. This is where we need a new fluid solidifier. With probably an ingot. Yeah, that was my plan actually, was to do the ingot fluid solidifier. Yeah. So we're gonna need a fluid solidify. Ow! Just hit my elbow on my fucking desk corner. We should have. We have everything. Oh, that's about to say. I would have been a little bit shocked if we had everything. Bronze rotor. We are totally automating that right now. And we need to go set that up correctly, actually. I didn't even think about doing that. And I didn't put the mold in. There we go. Under, like this, that. And then make sure things aren't being sent in. Actually, we want, that's fine, just smart. Like so. Oh, sweet, we got the clean room done already. And there's the quest, but really, that's nowhere near being done the quest. Okay, so I set the bronze rotor up too, right? Yeah. How's our stainless steel number looking? That's the issue. The second we run out of that and we're working on stainless steel stuff, our stream is kind of wrapped up until we have EBFs, because this stuff, it's 30 seconds per one, right? So it's going to take us a minute to get all we need, but this should be enough to get our clean room stuff up and running. So we were looking at making a fluid solidifier. Some stuff, I mean, we only need 2 of them, so I'm not losing my shit over something kind of easy to make. We'll need 4 of these. I don't have that automated yet. Rubber sheets are still on my to-do list. And I just know I'm going to run out of them soon. So when I do run out, we need steel. I automated this with the polarizer too, which was huge because these still seem to be in really high demand. need one more of those. Okay. And then we can make this last guy. Just need the machine hull. Flute solidifier, beautiful. And we were gonna need ingot mold, which we use for fuse. Okay, perfect. We already had one of these done. Casting mold. That's for a plate. We'll just go with the plate because for now that's really what we need. I think it might require another machine for us to do. So like that. Need to go back and get another pattern provider. I think we should be able to get the clean room, if all goes well, up and running today. Matter of fact, I think we should be able to get it up and running within an hour from now. Unless I'm really missing out on something we have to do. Like that. We just want smart. Nope. Smart, there we go. Okay, let's go grab recipe for polyethylene plate, I think is what it is. How can we check this? Clean room. Nope. Polyethylene sheet, which was with the plate, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. Let's throw this in. And then we need liquid concrete recipe as well, I think, which is stone and clay dust. I don't think we have clay dust as a recipe yet. Do we have our full macerator, or are we going to need another one? Macerator. One space left. Lucky us. So we're going to make clay dust. Part grinding. We have a lot of clay. So I'm not tripping over it, and 1 to 4, so yeah. That's going in our macerator. Liquid concrete. We're going to do this recipe, and it's going to go in a mixer. So, macerator, we're going to throw this one in. And then we only have one mixer. Should have 2 at this point. Okay. What was the recipe now for the rest of it? I think do we have steel frames being made? We do. Okay, so that means we should be able to go clean room. Yeah, polyethylene sheets. Yeah, this is probably going to take a minute. That's going into an assembler. just because the polyethylene takes a minute to craft. And I will be able to speed it up at some point, but right now we can't do much to help it. So what the fuck is that even called? Plascrete? Do we have what it takes to make 100? Wow, I need a lot of oxygen for that. How about just 50 for now? Just start working on that. We will be making more oxygen, so we'll be able to redo that, see how long this takes. We did speed it up considerably with the biomass. That's a big step. Plant chaff, all of that stuff, whatever the fuck, this stuff, biochaff, to biomass, I think made this relatively quicker. We'll see how long this takes. I don't know if this number is exactly right. The polyethylene, I think, when it actually when it's in the chemical reactor, doesn't take that long. We're doing this route. The ethylene, this one takes a minute. And there's no other real way we can do that just yet. Yeah, we don't have any of that crap. So this is the one that takes a minute because we need 60 seconds on that, which is just kind of outrageous. We already have 2. So, I mean, we're on the way to doing it. In the meantime, I would like to look at getting... Oh, and having polyethylene plates now is kind of huge, because I believe that's what I wanted in order to make super tanks. Nice thing about super tanks is we're going to be able to... It holds way more, and we're going to be able to void... we're going to be able to avoid excess stuff. So, like, I have some machines that stop working because the tanks get full. It's this that I want to make. Of course, we need its own extruder for that. So we can work on another extruder while this goes. Four of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these. I just threw that out. And I shouldn't need to, yeah. Advanced extruder, which is beautiful. How's this going? It should be 1 per minute, so this might take a little bit for it to craft up. I like to check and just make sure. And with an ME request or 2, this is where, you know, we're going to want to keep a certain amount of this stuff in stock at all times. I'm just hoping nothing is stuck and something's just taking a minute. I think it's this ethylene that's crafting that's taking a minute. Yep. Available points. Yeah, so we're making progress. We're making progress. Let's go set up this new extruder. It also could potentially help if we split. I think we only have 1 chemical reactor doing all of this. Yeah, and it's making the ethylene and the polyethylene. So it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I don't even know if it added no, we never added a second one to the system yet. We are not going to be able to make this polyethylene tubing just yet because our system's busy making polyethylene for the plasticrete. Oh, we might be getting our next one. This is so funny watching it all work. Like it's beyond 0.17%, which is funny enough. We got 4. That's progress. Anyways, we were working on super tank, and it needs. We're doing it via an extruder. Fuck, we probably wanted to do it via fluid solidifier. Because we only have the plates being made. Fuck. We wanted a fluid solidifier. Are we out of copper? No. I'm missing the wrong one. We need 2 of these again. Are we out of bronze? Yeah. Make 100 bronze. 12. Okay, so that's progress. We're making way better progress than I thought. And we'll only need double the amount. Once I have an HV chemical reactor, or we do the large chemical reactor, like a lot of this stuff is going to get sped up. It's just right now it's a bit of a waiting game for some of the stuff. All right, there we go. So let's go back to this fluid solidifier. At some point, supposedly these come multi-blocks and you can switch it out in easier. 16. Okay. Oh, see, now might be a good time for the rubber plates, which we might be good with the new fluid solidifier. Rubber sheets. Yeah, okay. It wasn't a complete polyethylene only. That's huge. It's going to go over here into our fluid solidifier. How's our little chemical reactor doing? That's our alloy smelter. Oh, chemical reactor doesn't even have anything going in it. What's going on? There's no way it's done. What's up with the biochaff? That's from our compressor. I don't think that's the issue. Let's just give it a minute and see if what's going on here. Does it have to do with this over here and it's not able to export them somehow? No, this... Crafting biochaff in a compressor. And so it has the plant ball. It's the biochaff crafting in the macerator it doesn't like. Oh, it went up on... So maybe it wasn't. It's something else that crafting 9... I don't understand why it wouldn't just be... Unless I'm missing something with how long the macerator takes to do this. Come 15 seconds is nothing. It should be taking less than that. 7.5 seconds, nothing. To make the plant ball, and then in the macerator, 5 seconds is nothing also. What's this looking like? It's making them. I don't know what it's waiting on here. Cancel that. It has something to do with this macerator, I think. Is because the wood pulp is in it too? Not this one. This one. Oh. It could be this recipe, because it doesn't actually create 4. It creates up to 4. So I'm going to take this out. That might break. No, it doesn't break. Okay, let's fix this though. Recipe. Uses. Middle click to modify amount. Oh, there we go. 2, I think, right? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. I think that is the issue. Macerator. Throw this in. Now we might have to restart the. Let's cancel this. Let's test biochaff now. Let's try and make 10. Does it still have the shit fucked up? That is right? It produces 2 biochaff. Am I reading this wrong? Two to 2 is what I see here. Or is it lying and it's a 1 to 2 type of thing? Or 2 to 1. Maybe that's what we'll set it for, because that's the way it seems to be crafting. Macerator. Bring this down by 1, and that's what we'll do. And now we'll give it a try. Give me 5. So I should put 10 in. Alright, that seemed to fix our problem. Perfect. Alright. We can get back to this plasticrete that we need like a shit ton of still. Okay, and then before that we were setting up fluid solidifier. Did I get that built? Extruder that we did not end up needing. We wanted another fluid solidifier, yeah. And MV motor, like 4 of these. Do I have fluid solidifier somewhere up here? I gotta use the hello. Alright, whatever. Oh, we were saying the rubber thing. Right, rubber sheets. Did I add that? I did. And we had a reason for, see, this will be nice too. Yeah, super tanks. Oh, I hope took all of that out. This is the reason, like glue is the reason we are not creating more liquid rubber right now, I believe. Because we are full on it. Yeah. So now we'll start creating more liquid rubber. See, with a super tank, we'll stay at 4,000 buckets, and then anything over will get voided, which is going to be important for us. But we have rubber sheets getting crafted. That's awesome. Let's make sure this is working. Yep, it's creating the ethylene. There it is. Okay. So we are working on making a couple of these so we can make, oh, give me some bronze rotors once that's done. Oh, it does take a little bit of time in the extruder, hey? 15 seconds. Still, probably less time than how long it takes us to craft it by hand. Yeah, it's making them. Does it make two? No, it just popped up quickly like that. Weird. Okay, back to this. What was that in the middle there that we were short on? I swear, do we have these already made? We have 2 of them already made. Yeah, I thought so. Hello. There we go. Advanced fluid solidifier. There we go. And we'll throw. We want to have super tanks automatable, so we're going to throw that one thing in there, which was like it was like a pipe casing or something. Pipe mold. For a fluid solidifier, we've got to make sure we get the right one. Super tank, this thing, polyethylene, large pipe. And give me a pattern provider. Yeah, unfortunately we're not going to be able to craft it just yet because we're still waiting on this plasticrete to be done. What are we making? 4 buckets of this to make ethylene, I think. Yeah, I think so. Let's set the pattern provider up on this. There we go. And we won't put it on that mode, just put it on the smart. And then the probably need some more patterns too. My Mac charger is already out for delivery. It does this sometimes. I think that usually fixes it. See, again, super tank fixed that problem. Come the fuck on, man. Like, why? It's because we have Skystone in here, hey? What if we just do that? How much? Can we see this somehow? What do we just? Oh, that's probably not good. That's not going to help with our. Yeah, that's probably a bad call to do. Not a smart choice either. I'm hoping that it didn't screw anything up. Doesn't look like it did. What's our plaster? We're still 16, so it's. I think it's getting ready to make a bunch more. I think once it's done that, it just crafts all the polyethylene, and then we're good to go. Yeah. Okay, what if we just make one pattern to start? We are going to need some more cells soon. We're getting relatively full. But 4 patterns was not enough. Okay, let's try another order. Okay, so it's liking that a bit more. And we were doing this to make, I forget, did I put the pattern in already for this? No, I haven't. Okay. So we're going super tank, adding this, which is fine. What's this recipe? Not great. We might need to. This recipe is good. These are both crafting. Actually, that was assembler. It doesn't make a difference though. And then this one, fluid solidifier. So we'll go through. This one in. Set it properly. And just put it on smart. Without that. We'll go down. Oh, we're gonna be full again, huh? So we need another pattern provider and probably another molecular assembler. Do I have everything I need from molecular assembler? Not right now, but it's all craftable, so let's go hook. So let's make this for it. Let's throw this right here. Nice. And let's make ourselves 2 of these. 38. Okay, so we are well on our way. Just the polyethylene that's left. Then we need to do almost another order of it, I believe. Yeah, one more order of this will get us to that 72 we want to see. Did it give us our molecular assemblage? It did. Is it done? It's not done with the... we're going down. We'll go... there's good. And here's good for now. So how many more? There's 2 more? Sweet, okay. And then we'll make a super tank or 2 before I start the next order. However, tin rotor, we could do this too, but we need more patterns, man. I keep on running out of these things. It's gonna let me do a big order now. Let's let this finish. Okay, so we're done. Take the fluid cell out. What happens if I put it in here? There's some way you can view cells. Because I think the issue is that, oh, a cell workbench, right? That's a thing. Workbench. Yeah, it's not expensive at all for us, really. That's a quest too. Just plug this in right here and throw this in. This is not gonna... Why isn't it showing us anything? There's no skystone in this. Then what's the issue? Is it not going to let us put it back in? Or is it the output thing? That could be it. I remember I ran into that issue recently. There we go. Okay, yeah. Like I said, I just hadn't patched on that one yet. Sweet, then we'll make everything. We just got to do the tin rotor. Oh, we can probably do this, yeah. Just like to be able to make all extruder. We can't. Okay, fuck it. We're not doing that. We're just gonna hand make some of these bottom parts. I think 3 should be good for now. That was steel? No, iron rod. Magnetic iron rod. So that's definitely something we want to. Polarizer, set that, add more of these, go set that in our polarizer. Give me a sec here. Okay. Polarizer's on the end somewhere. Yeah, it's like the most recent thing we added. Making those things are not a bad thing to automate. Let's do 30 of them. Iron rods, of course. We don't have iron rods automated. Lathe, and what are the odds our lathes about to be full? Actually, no, I don't think it is full just quite yet. It's damn close to it. Lathe. Yeah, this is the last thing. Sweet. Okay. 30 of those. More patterns. Sweet. We're going to make the super tanks, and then we'll get back to the clean room stuff. How many did we want? So we're using this 75, and we have 46, so another 30. Pretty much on the dot is going to be perfect. Bronze plates. Of course, I don't have bronze plates automated. We're not going to do that right now. We'll just make them. 12 should be fine. To make 3 of these. Tin rotor, tin ring, tin rods. Why are these so fucking annoying? Tin rotor's gotta be. Yeah, we can do tin rotor easily. throw it into our extruder like this. The rotors are by far one of the most annoying things to have to keep on building over and over again. There we go. Maybe 4 of those. Okay, we got the rotors. The 10 screws are like the only thing. Just want 3 of them. We'll wait for that to finish, and then we will be good for our super tank crafting. And then we'll finish up the plascrete. And plascrete will then let us go make we'll have almost everything that we need to go make our clean room and power that up. I need 2 more of these we're waiting on. And we will need more drives very soon, yeah. 1 more. Come on now. I think it's 15 seconds for each of these. There we go. Okay. 2. Fuck me, what did I just run out of? This guy? Yeah. 3. Okay. And super tank. We're making 3 of these. Oof. That'll take a minute or so. Just because it's got to make the polyethylene. Not too bad, though. And once we have those, then we're going to go and hook them up to a couple different places. 3 is a good start. We're probably going to want more. Right here's 1. Probably 1, 2, and 3 for now. Because I would like this to be consistently running. And I'd like to be able to scale this up at some point, and we need the void stuff on that. What's this looking like? 400? Yeah, we're making a shit ton of the manganese, which is beautiful. Sure, just course, we're back on that shit. Nice. Definitely taking a while to go through all of it, but it's coming along. And this is useless now. Just throw that in there. There's 1 super tank. Let's go set up our first one. There's a quest 2. I think that's almost we haven't done this one. I don't know if that's going to come back up at some point. It might. And we haven't made a super chest, but otherwise that is every single quest in Industrial Revolution. We're into the automation age like fully now. So we're going to break this. Fluid output, allow input, yes. Let's just replace this. I'm going to need to grab a wrench. Oh my god, I'm just trying to click on that. Wrench. Let's see if we can figure out how these things work. So give me fluid pipe. I set back down already. Okay, oxygen, sweet. enabled, enabled, and we have the output set to down as well. So we'll be able to send out oxygen. Beautiful. And 4,000 buckets too is going to be like more than we need for a while. Oh, I love it. And other ones are done, so let's go ahead and make, nope, plascrete. Craftable, another 30. Oh, we gotta let the oxygen load back up, so we'll give it a minute. We could probably bring in, what, some sapphire dust? This in an electrolyzer makes, yep. We can just set this to be imported as well. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Making us a ton of buckets of it. That's the issue, though. We probably want... Somehow it's importing... Yeah, we don't want aluminum coming back into this. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, we have the interface below, probably. What if I go grab some item pipes? Just out of curiosity, I want to see if this works. We do not want aluminum getting put back in. But we'd like it going... We really add item pipes? That is a first. I have a really tough time believing that. Tin plate. And can we do the plascrete now? Yep, start that. How are we out of item pipes? Oh, we aren't. I just spelled something incorrectly. Mimu, hello, hello. How you doing, my man? Fuck. What the absolute shit? It's going. I am trying to get the clean room stuff going now. We are kind of in the early MV stages, but not not fully in there yet. I need the energy hatch still. It's kind of the big focus right now, and I need the chips, right, which are clean room made. Oh, what the fuck? Are they not? I'm just an idiot. You don't need it. You only need it for the more advanced ones. But then to make the cut, okay, no, then to cut them you do. No, you need to make the chip that goes into the energy hatch. Yeah, you need the clean room. So that's kind of where I'm stuck. Slowly getting there. And for a second I thought you needed platinum. What the fuck? I thought you needed platinum to make the clean room for the diode, and so I started kind of looking at that. And yeah, now we're here. And we're not getting it fed back into the front here, are we? No, perfect. All right, I like that. How's this going? Okay, and we can start looking at what is required for I need 8 of the filter casings. We set that up. We set this up. Steel rotor. Oh, this is completely auto-craftable now. Yeah, my strat for stainless steel passive, I'm going to need the ME requester. I think that's the way I'm going to do it because I don't trust the mixer just without having a pattern set up in it to not screw up eventually. So that's the move. I'm going to set up an ME requester with the pattern. And then just have EBFs automatically importing stainless steel dust. Yeah. I think you need the... Is it you need the ME requester and the terminal? But I need to get this crafted, which is the laser engraver. So, but right now I need just to get the energy hatch first off before I do anything else. Because that fucking stainless steel is crafted so slowly. That's almost done. And then I'm going to craft the filtering, 12 of that. And the last 2 things I think I needed were, I might need another energy hatch too. Energy hatch, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I thought I needed this HV diode, and I was looking at it, and it needed the needed platinum already for it. And I don't have that anywhere near set up yet, so I was like, okay, this is gonna be such a big side quest just to get the clean room set up. Then I realized you can use just laser IO for the laser IO or Flux networks to import power. So platinum's not today's problem. Platinum might be tomorrow's problem. Pass through. Oh, this will be doable. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have the void extractor stuff set up properly, so that's like step 1, is resetting all of that, and then what it goes, get the shellnet ore, react this with some crazy shit. Oh, you wanted to do it through large reactors, so maybe the large reactor is actually the way to do it. Is that what I was looking at? No, you can just do chemical reactor. To either get the platinum group sludge, then you need the nitric acid, which comes from these 2. You need the nitrogen dioxide, which comes from these 2. You think so? Okay. Then that might be the move. Yeah, so that might be the next setup for the plot line. That's... I'm going to need those to... Do you need them for this? No. At what point do you start needing these? I know they make it cheaper. I would assume by here, right? You get them as soon as possible. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any like specific point you need them at, but they just make shit like you make 32 of them with this, so it becomes way more resource efficient, I guess, which is fun. But main goal right now is just getting the stainless steel processing ramped up to speed everything else up. We're getting there with this. Got the super tanks. Let's go install them where else I wanted to. Super tanks are huge. Now with the void overflow too, that's so nice for some stuff. We're putting glue. Are we gonna import or what? There we go. Lock. Let's make sure we get the next one through, and then liquid rubber might be the other one. See, this is my issue too, when you don't have things patterned, things can get screwed up, like double sulfur dust coming through, when you really just want one of each. Yeah, we want the rubber pulp coming through. Let's go grab some, that's probably going to help. As long as we've got it consistently making it, it's not going to run out. It was just running out before because that thing would stop. There we go. And we want this now to be super tanked as well. Did I enable on this? Voiding enabled. Okay, liquid rubber is coming in. That's coming in too. Sweet. Okay. That's done. Almost done with that. And filter casing. I think it was 12. Do I need... Oh, I need another... Okay, we can probably do that right now. How's the world for you coming? Good, good. Canner, right? I don't have that auto. Beautiful. That's not my telly stick, that is. Where's my ME assembler? There it is. Do we not have the recipe for liquid skies? I don't yet, hey? Interesting. Extractor. Boom. Okay. Let's try that again. 1K. Only 2 more left on that. Sweet. And pass through. What do these require? Small. Okay, these are easy. I want fluid and pass through. Do you know when it comes to clean rooms how you can go about getting ME stuff inside, or is it just kind of you got to do everything like one clean room per automation for 82? But like, how do you get it cabled? Oh, okay, I got you. I see, okay. We're gonna need 3 of those, I think. Take a moment on that. Then I said the filter casing was 12. Oh yeah, why is it using the big one for this small thing? Back to this 1K issue, I guess. 1K crafting. I can automate that too now. Canner. Just make sure that was set up right. Blocking, smart mode, cool. That's not what we want. We want the sweet. Throw that down. And I want a co-processing thing on 2 at some point, but for now, I was able to. What the fuck? All right. Of these, and then while we're waiting on that, let's create the pass-through, which I guess if you can do ME stuff, these are redundant. while I'm waiting, I want to add, what was the coprocessor? Yes, I have yet to delve into Flux just yet. What is my dependency on? Yeah, the chemical reactor. Yeah, that's the thing. That was my issue. I thought that I needed the HV diode, which took platinum. So I was like, fuck, I need all platinum to be done before I can make the clean room. But then I learned that you don't need the diode. And then that requires liquid polytetrafluoroethylene. Fuck, wow, okay. And that's going to come from this one, hey? So this is one I guess you cannot do without the, well, you need it in order to get to the large chemical reactor, right? So one last thing I guess you have to manually do. Fertilizer, no. Definitely just chemical reactor. Some hydrogen, carbon, dust, methane. Yeah, that's the way. That's another day's problem. Okay, I might need to run for a second. I just got a Mac. My Mac charger broke, and I was able to get it delivered in an hour and a half, which is beautiful. But I want to go grab it before it gets moved or something. So I'm going to take a quick break here. Let me make sure this is crafting. It is. It's almost done. Perfect. Okay, I'll be right back. figure that out. Let's see if this thing works. I'm praying it's the charger and not the Mac itself, bro. So pause that. Take this dude out. Yes, let's go. And it plugs in easily. That's what I wanted to see. Nice. Alright, back to it. I just wanted to make sure that worked because most of my work stuff is done on that laptop. Alright. I realized too as I was on the move that we need the glass too. I was thinking about that. Clean room glass, liquid glass, polyethylene sheet. Okay, that's easy to do. We're throwing that in an assembler. Assembler. And what, 6 of that, I think? 6. Clear glass. There we go. And then we still need the fucking pass through. I keep on starting and then I get distracted. Item pass through hatch and fluid. Just do it that way for right now. 2 of those. Have I, by chance, I have not automated. This is going to be 100% automated because I know I will need more of these. Let's add that to, yeah, a good portion of this is I'm gonna need another assembler soon. That's good. Now, I like being able to see. HV is done. Steel screw is not done. In a lathe. I'm going to be out of space on a lathe, I think. Steel bolts, also not done. That's going to be a cutter. This has got to be full now. That one is, yeah. Cutter is probably not full just yet. It's right around here somewhere. There it is. We'll go make another lathe, whatever the fuck. plates I need to craft up. I see. Motherfucker. There we go. I just made an aluminum plate. Don't lie to me like that. Make 100 of these. I would love another crafting unit too. Can't believe I'm saying that already, but a third crafting processor would be huge. I don't understand why I can't store that. Oh, is it because like there's... No. I'm not over the limit there. That makes no sense. I'll deal with that in a minute. I think I could just cancel it and probably be okay. Seriously, I'm out of fucking everything. Oh, no, we're good. These rods still. Been chewing through these. Another one of these. The rods again. Copper cable. Let's wrap that up. Cancel. Any clue what the issue is here? Me move, you're still there. I got something that can't be stored, even though I got a fluid cell that's got open space. I got 9 of 18 types. Oh, you know what? It's because I might have fucked it up with partitioning. Clear config settings. Yep. I was trying to figure something out earlier. There we go. I knew there was an issue. Or there's an easy fix to that. Yeah, I'd imagine that could probably be a problem. So it spreads them across different fluid cells, I assume? Yeah. I got you. All right. Nope. Yeah. making the other pass-through right now still, right? Before I get to, yeah, I'm making the fluid pass-through, but we're automating this for the steel screw, yeah. The extruders, we'll need 2 extruders, I think. Because, yeah. Did we get the pattern provider? Already had one. Nice. Oh, nice. I haven't found too much use for it just yet. But I mean, it's good for things that you can't necessarily blast smelt easily. Here we go. We're gonna want 2 of these now. Like so. These aluminum rods. Second. Okay. We get the rods crafting up. Sweet. Okay, we're doing these extruders. I realize you probably want 2 of those. 2 of these so we can get. And we need more MV circuits. We got HVs, make 10 MVs. Let that run for a second. We can empty this, Throw our drums in there. Let's go take a peek at these systems. Why are we not, is there not space that we don't have a drawer open up in here, do we, for, okay, we got silicon dust generating again. For aluminum dust, yeah, we need another drawer. drawer with an upgrade. We got my tool suite. It's okay. That one needed it anyways. Anything else getting close to full? Not really. But we'll want that on that. Throw aluminum in there. And then link it. And lock it. And that should be pulling to, yeah, this will pull to passive, which, yeah, I was saying close to the amount of aluminum I think I'm going to need. I don't think you need aluminum much beyond MV. Oh, okay, in later game. I didn't really, maybe the dust is. I see. And we'll want 2 of the molds. What molds is it? Silicone rubber. Now that's not one. Oh no, okay, wait, you can use old rubber. Please tell me I didn't put that. I think I did put it in already. I gotta get more terminals put up in places. This is getting annoying going back and forth so much. Instead, we want to do this one. Rubber. And once power scaled up a bit more, I could probably do more of the wireless cards. Nice, nice. What happened to passive everything? Who needs EBF auto crafting when you can just passive it all, eh? You want extruder moldering. Oh, holy fuck. Got you. Okay, yeah. This is the one, right? For extruder? Yeah. And then the other one we wanted was normal pipe. What the fuck? Am I out of... Wait a second. Hold up a second. Why is that so convoluted? What? Steel plates. All right. Yeah, I agree. I have most... Why am I not doing 100 of that? Most of EBF setup, I got like the Invar heat-proof machine casing, and then I have Cooper nickel. I don't have Canthal done yet. But for EBFs, Canthal doesn't speed it up. You only need it for particular recipes, right? It's the overclocking. It does, really. I see. Because I know the smelter, use Canthal, it speeds it up in multi-smelter, pyrolese. I don't know what the fuck the cracking unit is in the chemical reactor. Got you. Yep, that's not a now problem for me just yet. All right, let's try this again. And then we want to make this, and then this, and then this. All right. Yeah, it pops up here to get to distilling. So yeah, it's not now. Now it says EV, right? Not HV. I'm hoping at least. Well, to get to the distilling part at least. I don't know if I'm going to need the oil for some other stuff. I was saying it's very clear once you get to this chapter that the hand holding kind of stops a lot. The quests are a little bit more spread out when it comes to what you have to do in the middle. And then just smart. And then we just want to go make the recipes. We fix that. No. Everything else is auto-crafted. Sweet. Ooh, we can do rubber pulp. Nice. Oh, fuck. There's a difference between raw rubber pulp and rubber pulp. Am I doing rubber ingots by chance? I'm not. Hold up. Seriously, you can't do it. Okay. We could do fluid solidifier though with ingot, and I think I have that set up. Let's go. Let me just edit that first, and then figure that out. Or is like I have a fluid solidifier that's not set up to anything. That's. Oh, I had an extra. Yeah, that's fucking annoying. This having to create a single extruder fluid solidifier for every single fucking recipe or for every single different mold is very annoying. I know it changes at some point when you can do the multi-blocks, but yeah, right? Is that when it becomes easier? Oh, so at this point, the large cutter. Oh, interesting. Yeah. That'll be fun. Not too far away, I guess. Or I say that, but you never know. I might need one more fluid solidifier then, unless I happen to have a second unused one. Nope. MV electric. Let's make a couple of those. Just make 10 because I know I'm going to need more at some point. How am I out of copper cables again? Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to want, I think I should have an ingot mold already, no? I thought I did. This is the one used for, yeah. Okay, and pattern provider. I'm gonna need more signalium too. Signalum, not signalium. And we just want that one, throw the mold in. And I just need the recipe and I will finally be good to do this. All right, let's try this out now. HV electric pump. And then I'll finally be ready to make this clean room. Is HSS the next coil? Has a very clean room. I'd assume so. Or is it the nichrome that's the next coil? Crazy. I thought that would have happened somewhere in this. There we go. Fluid pass through. Oh, that's fucked up. Do you use a button to open the... I need to make the iron doors still, too. Just like a button to open the doors, or how do you get in and out? Okay. Oh, that's huge, too. Okay. I think I needed I still need an energy hatch, I think. Oh, to get out, you mean? I see. Okay, well, there is a travel anchor idea. What the hell is the... I got you. What is this thing called again? The medium voltage. Pitter patter. Okay, we should have them. Energy hatch. Okay. Oh, I need the filter too. Let's go build this by hand. I think I'll build it here for now. I should have thought ahead and built another area. But that's okay. We'll just be good with our space. And I already have power here too, so saves me the trouble. Iron doors. And pressure plate. Is it 2 iron doors? I think that's what it said. 2 iron doors, yeah. Oh, and a maintenance hatch. I think I already had one of those. Crafted. Iron door. And pressure plate. This is going to autocraft area. So that is... I got no clue what the fuck that is. That may be the block itself. Where does the actual... I think that's just the energy hatch. And then it's... I figured you could make them bigger. I totally figured. For now, I'm starting with number 1. Okay, I figured so. These multi-blocks are never absolutely correct. I'm going to follow it. It's white concrete, not the plasticrete. I also do not trust terminal to get it right either. And then it's just the floor for the rest. Oh, it goes up at the top, I see. And it's 5 by 5, right? Yeah. 5, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then the back will do the hull and the pass through. And everything else is just, yeah. And then I assume the glass went on the sides. Yeah, 3 glass on the sides, and then machine hull, the diode, so I can skip the diode. And I made one extra because of that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I've skipped the doors too. Door goes right here. And it just goes up. And then just the roof, I think, right? Which goes 1 loop around. Curious about how the doors, where did the 2 doors get put? I see 1 door. Are there 2 doors, or is it just 1? Oh shit, it goes 1 more up too. Wait a second, what? Yeah, I do not have enough. I don't know what I was thinking. I did not craft enough of this stuff. Oh, I have more. Okay. Okay, I thought so. I was very confused by that. It's complete. Okay. And then we need maintenance, of course. Screwdriver, saw, alright, crowbar. And of course one happened to fix it. Okay. Power. I see. Just TP in and out. Now I'm gonna test the travel anchor, see if that works or not. Given I don't have much space in here. Oh, I have like no space in here. Yeah, maybe not. I could try right here. Clean. Yeah, you're right, doesn't work. Bummer. Alright, so the only reason I currently built one of these is for a cutter. An HV cutter. So I'll need an HV energy hatch. This is gonna be like just like the smallest amount of possible room. And you said that this will come through. Okay, sweet. And there's no real point for the fluid and the item pass through if you can just ME everything through. And for the dimension, can you just like, if I was to make it one deeper, would I need to add one more glass? Is that how that works? And then one wider, you can just not add anything? Glass is optional. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so that's definitely on the to-do list. That would just come with needing more plasticrete then. It's the only thing I would need more of. Oh, and more fans? I assume. I'll let that get to work. It's going to take a while. And it doesn't stop me from working on it right now. The first thing was making the orange, which is going to need a HV chemical dyeing. That's going to be my second fucking HV thing, is going to be advanced chemical. Actually, that's useful. That's useful. I thought it was going to be something else. And all of this is essentially automated too, which is beautiful. but I just set all of this to run too. This won't take that long. Let's go check on this stuff, make sure nothing's going too crazy. And there's nothing that's waiting for a spot. Nope. Sapphire dust. Oh, it went through all the sapphire dust already. Jeez. Okay. We keep the realger. Must have a lot of aluminum dust to be crafting up right now. Yeah. One second here. This can come down. I've been writing the shit I need in notes. Way easier. The fan part should not take that much longer. And once that's done, we can go ahead and queue up or work on the chemical bath. I can get started. Let me take one of these. Where is my HV energy converter? I've got to have some aluminum wire. Put these away. I can take my assembler too. That's in my inventory. Cool. And we can go get this line briefly start. Oh, I need an energy card too. All right, take it easy, man. I've been looking to see when you've gone live. I'll pop up whenever I do. I open up Twitch and I check sometimes. I haven't seen you live yet. Thank you for the good luck wishes. Oh yeah, your morning's like I'm probably still up in the morning, so you never know. That must be hella late for you right now, yeah. All right, dude. You have a good night. I'm gonna add energy card to this. Amazing. And we'll just we want to keep this pretty short. This stuff's a little bit expensive to make at the moment still. Up. Attach our assembler. There we go. These things hold a lot of power, geez. It's gonna take a minute for this thing to catch up, I assume. No, we're looking good. I mean, we upgraded these to MVs, right? Yeah. Have I closed? Let's just make sure diamonds are looking okay. That's something I have not taken a peek at lately. That's still going up. Okay, good. Assembler is hooked up. That's our first HV machine in the line. Next up will be chemical bath. This is almost done. I'm just gonna grab a snack very briefly. Just gotta run in my fridge. One sec. All right. All right, sorry about that. I was just chewing. I did not want to do it with my mic on. This is an interesting line. It's looking to be to get to orange dye. We have the stuff we need to make orange dye, however. I guess I was about to say we might autocraft it, but I don't think we're going to need orange dye much outside of just making the lens. And then we're using this, the laser engraver. Yeah. But that'll still be able to be MV, interestingly enough. It's just making it. But then using this, we'll need the cutter, which is going to be inside of the oh my god, sorry. Inside of the clean room. So we're getting close to the close to the energy hatch. Once that's done, we have these. I think I have that already crafted to make, or the auto crafting good to go. Black steel will need to do too. Not too bad to make though. If I remember correctly. Yeah, chemical bath, EBF this. Just a bunch of steps. There's a lot of steps, but we can do these all. I think it'll be happening tonight, but it might not be happening on stream.
been about 3 hours now, and it's about an hour longer than I was planning on. So I'm thinking we're going to wrap it up momentarily. We got the clean room done. That was a big goal for the day. Sorry, I'm still chewing here. Just looking here at the other recipes for these new chips. And making these isn't too bad. But we can make this. We can't. That's the one we have to use. Like, I don't think we're still pretty far away on the polytetrafluoroethylene. That's a mouthful. But the polyvinyl chloride sheets, we're almost at. And making back to sodium pensulfate. We have made that before. That's not news to us. And then really everything else here we have done before, except for capacitors, which that's brain dead. Incredibly easy. But then the SMD ones, I assume all of these are going to require, let's see. Okay, so not all of them require platinum, but platinum is like something that will be coming down the line. Yeah, this is not platinum required for the resistors. It was for the transistor. The diode, sorry. We don't even need inductors yet. And tantalum, where does that come from? It's just going to be some long ass. I've got no clue where it's going to come from. All right, everybody. I think we are going to wrap up for the day. Very good progress. I'm sure when I go live tomorrow, I will probably have the entry hatch. At minimum, maybe even the HP upgrade kit. That'd be these three things kind of off camera. Be good to get through. Then I don't know where we're going to head to next. I'm thinking the LCR. It's definitely craftable, but we need this part. At least it's kind of spelled out for us in the processing lines. And we need to get the void extractor discussion kind of happening. And the vinyl chloride, which we are well on our way to getting. Yeah, we can totally get this stuff. Just set up another chemical reactor with the recipes, and we can totally get there. But as usual, I appreciate everybody stopping by today, and I will see y'all tomorrow.